Welcome back, everybody. Oh man.
Okay, all right, I think we're good. I'm having too much fun with that audio mixer. I'm actually in a room this time, which is crazy. Not just a room, I'm in my room. This is my room. Welcome to my room. This is a welcome to my room tour. It's not actually. I'm just going to be talking to you. I was just watching some Netflix stand-up specials. I watched Lisa Traeger. So funny. So funny. I had seen her on Caleb Heron's podcast, and I was like, I'm gonna go check out her special. And I haven't watched a stand-up special in so long. And Lisa's so funny. She was so funny. She was brilliant. And she was talking about Real Housewives. She was talking about reality TV, and it got me thinking about reality TV shows that I watched growing up. Like my mom loved to watch TLC, and they had the craziest shows on there. Do you remember the shows they had on TLC? Crazy shows. But there's this one show. Comment if you remember My Strange Addictions. Does anyone remember that show? That show was so insane. Like I have super vivid memories of My Strange Addictions where the guy is addicted to his car. Okay, weird. First of all, weird. But he's like actually in love with his car and he would like make love to it. He would like lay he would lay underneath his car and like kiss it and make out like it was the strangest behavior. And there's another person that was addicted to eating cotton balls. Like they would just have a bag of cotton balls and just be eating them. And I was like, even as a kid, I was probably like 8 years old watching this. I was like, how is this real? There's no way that this person's eating cotton swabs or cotton balls. There's actually no like is that not just gonna block everything up and you're gonna explode? How would you not explode from that? I don't know, but that show was strange. I can't remember any of the other ones off the top of my head, but those two specifically stuck out like crazy. The guy being addicted to his car, like in love with his car, and then the person eating the cotton balls. There was another show called 100 Ways to Die. Did anyone watch that? My brother's like 5 years older than me. So when we got home from school, we would just watch whatever he wanted to watch. And he always wanted to watch 100 Ways to Die. Or was it 1,000 Ways to Die? Maybe it was 1,000 Ways to Die. 100 Ways. Some number of ways to die, which as a kid, like, freaked me out. Like, I still grapple with the thought of death. Like, it's something I don't talk about often. I think that show is part of the reason why I'm, like, scarred. Maybe it was A Million Ways to Die. What the fuck was the show called? I don't know. But it was like the most absurd things. And I remember that there was this one episode, and it's one of the only ones I remember as well, where this lady, she had taken a carrot. This is crazy. Crazy way to start the episode. We're starting on a heater. This lady had taken a carrot and shaved it with like a potato peeler. She shaved the carrot to use as a sex toy. I don't know a less crass way to say. She was using this carrot as a dildo. And she had shaved the carrot, but when she had shaved the carrot, it had created like sharp edges. So when she had inserted it into herself, one of the edges had created a cut on the inside of her. And then she died from internal bleeding. And like as an adult thinking back now, I haven't thought about this in years. As an adult thinking back now, how big was this carrot? How big was this carrot to like cause that much damage? Also, we're getting my natural hair today. Um, I'm being real vulnerable with you guys. You guys are seeing the inside of my room. You're seeing my natural hair. It's real. It's getting crazy. It's also midnight. So, what do you want me to do? You want me to get all dolled up at midnight? Sorry. Um, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. How big was this carrot to cause that much internal bleeding for this lady to bleed out and die? Now, thinking back on it, it seems like a lot of this show is dramatizations. Like I doubt there's been a lady that has died from inserting a carrot into herself. That seems quite unlikely. But then half of the episodes were just like someone getting crushed by like a bulldozer, and I'm like, why are we watching this? We used to go get food after school. Like mom's a teacher. She would get off work. She would come pick us up, and then we would like go get food. And I'd be eating like a Taco Bell quesadilla and watching someone get fucking chopped up by a wood chipper. Someone falling into a wood chipper and getting into a million pieces. And I'm like, I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to eat my quesadilla, my nachos, and I'm watching people get ground up. Like throw on Ned's Declassified, throw on Zoe 101. I don't want to watch people die, but that's what it was like growing up with my brother. He just wanted to watch that stuff, and then, I wanted to hang out with him. So then I would go to his room while he does homework, and like I'd be playing like Mario and Sonic Summer Olympic Games, 2008 Beijing Olympic Games on the Wii, and I'd be like playing on the Wii, and he'd be doing homework, just blasting like Lamb of God, Slipknot, like just heavy metal stuff. So when you guys are curious as to why I am the way I am, that's a small glimpse, and that's all I'm going to share about that at the moment. But today I was like, I'm gonna try Dunkin' Donuts. So this actually goes back to yesterday. I listened to Sabrina Carpenter's album, Short and Sweet. I was always like, I made a TikTok about this. I was like, I've always liked Sabrina Carpenter, like as a person, as a public figure. I'm like, she's smart, she's funny, she's beautiful. Like she's all of the things that makes a star, right? I watched her Christmas special. I was like, this is incredible. But I actually listened to Short and Sweet, the album, yesterday, like in my headphones all the way through while I was at the gym. And I was like, this is incredible. Like she's so talented. Like she reminded me a little bit of Ariana Grande at times, like with the vocal runs. Like I was loving it. As someone that's a girly pop through and through, I was like, I feel so late to the party, but I was always like, I'm more into like the alternative indie type stuff, like indie in terms of Caroline Polachek and Christine and the Queens, and alternative in terms of like Charlie XCX and Sophie and like the whole PC music world. That's more like alternative slash electro pop, hyper pop world. But I also love like Dua Lipa, obviously, as you guys know. I also love Olivia Rodrigo. So I was like, why have I not given this a chance? And I did, and it was incredible. So I was like, oh, I had seen a commercial that Sabrina Carpenter has a drink at Dunkin'. And I've only had Dunkin' like a handful of times in my life, and because there's never been a Dunkin' near me. But recently they opened a Dunkin' near the gym that I go to. And I was like, oh, like I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go to Dunkin', I'm going to drink that in the parking lot, watch a YouTube video or something while I drink it, and then I'll go work out. So this morning comes around, and I'm pulling up to the Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm confused because there's a drive-through, but this place used to be a bank. I always knew it as a bank, and randomly one day it was a Dunkin' Donuts. So I was like, okay. And have you ever been through a drive-through bank, and they have like, it's 2 lanes, and there's a kiosk in the middle of the 2 lanes, and it's basically an ATM machine. Like you put your card in, it somehow sends the money underground, whatever it pops up through, good to go. So they still have that, but then on the opposite side, so I see the window, I'm driving up, I see the window, I see the ATM kiosk thing, and I'm like, okay, like how would they give me my coffee through there? That doesn't make sense. But then I see a drive-through menu board on the other side. But the way that you would drive through this, the menu is on the passenger side. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And so at this point, I'm like, I don't even want to get my coffee anymore. Like, I just want to drive up, be like, hey, can I get the Sabrina Carpenter? That's not me espresso, and be on with my day. Now I can't figure out the drive-through. I feel incompetent. I feel confused. I feel old. I'm like, why can't I figure out this drive-through? But I need my caffeine. Like I didn't grab a Celsius on the way out, obviously, because I'm planning to get coffee. I was like, okay, I have to get my coffee. Park my car. I look at the door of where I believe the Dunkin' Donuts is supposed to be, and it says, I forget the name of the bank. It was like something something bank. We'll just say like First Credit Union Bank, something like that. And I was like, is this a Dunkin' or is it a bank? And I look at on the building, and there's the bank logo and there's a Dunkin' Donuts logo. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna walk into this door because the building has one door, but two business names on it. So I walk in, and there's bank tellers, and they're like, "Hi, welcome in," as if I'm gonna like withdraw money or something. And I'm in my gym clothes, like my shoes are untied. I walk in like, "Hey, where's Dunkin'?" I'm like holding up the place. I'm like, "Show me the Dunkin'! Show me the Dunkin'! Give me all your coffee! Give me all your donuts!" Walking into the bank, being like, "Where's the Dunkin'?" Why would there's a Dunkin' in the corner of the bank? You got to go past the bank tellers, around the side of the bank to get to the Dunkin' Donuts. Why would you put a coffee shop inside of a bank? Why would you do that? What was there before? Did the bank just say, "Hey, it would be cool if we had a coffee shop in here called Dunkin' Donuts," and it was like, "Hey, do we have a place for you? Let's confuse the fuck out of our customers." Because I feel like that's what happened. So then I walk up to the Dunkin' Donuts, and it's like an order on the kiosk thing. Already I'm pissed. I've missed the drive-thru. That pissed me off. I haven't had my coffee yet. Don't talk to me till I've had my coffee. Haven't had my coffee yet. I walk in to a bank. I get greeted by bank tellers when I want a barista. And now I got to order on this giant touchpad, this 5-foot tall iPad. It's asking me a bajillion questions. I was like, dude, just give me my fucking coffee. Like I feel old. I feel like I've never felt more old in my life. I've just been like, give me my black coffee. And I order the Sabrina Carpenter thing, right? I'm trying to be young. I'm trying to be hip. I just listened to this new album. I was like, let me go get her fucking drink. So I ordered the Sabrina Carpenter thing, $8. Also, I guess I'm just going to complain this whole time. It was $8 for an iced coffee. Okay. This better blow my balls off if it's going to be $8. Order it. Also, it's just me and the guy. There's just one guy at Dunkin'. He's watching me on this 5-foot tall iPad. I'm like, dude, can I just tell you what I want? As I'm doing the thing. Order. And then I watch the ticket go prints out, and he just starts making it. No human interaction. And like, mind you, every time I go get coffee, I go to a local little coffee shop. The super sweet girls that work there, I hang out, talk, I chat with them for like 5-10 minutes, get my coffee, leave. Like, it's one of my favorite parts of the week. Like I'm friends with all of them. It's incredible. I go here, I'm pissed off. I watch him make my drink. He looks up, holding the drink as if the place is packed with people. And he reads the name on the thing. Hey, dude, hey, look, it's me and you. Who else could this coffee be for? You watched me order it. You watched the ticket come out. You made it. I'm the only one in here. And he goes, for Spencer? Who else would it be for? Who else would it be for? Now, was I outwardly mad? No. I said, yeah, thank you. Like, have a great day. Got my coffee, walked out, fuming on the inside. Go to my car, take a couple sips. It's the most okay coffee I've ever had. It's so average, so okay. It's super sweet. Like, I normally just get black coffee. Occasionally I'll treat myself to a latte. It's so okay. Like, I get the brown sugar. It was sweet from the brown sugar. I'm not a huge oat milk guy. I don't know. I've really just been, how long have I been complaining for? I've been complaining for almost 15 minutes. Nobody wants to hear this. Anyways, I drank half the coffee. It hurt my tummy. I went to the gym, and that was that. I sipped the coffee throughout the rest of the day. It was sugary, and it made me all like tweaked out once I finished it later. Will I get it again? Probably not. Will I try Dunkin' again, knowing that it's there now? Maybe, because I do love a donut. I do love a coffee, but I may just stick to my other place. Um, but I didn't even think I was going to talk about that. Like, I had none of that listed as to something I wanted to talk about today. It just happened, and I had to get it off my chest. I just had to. Um, I don't even know how to transition from that, but it's a new month. It's February 5th. Well, I guess now it's February 5th. Midnight. Whoa, at night. It's a new month. It's a new year. Year of the snake. Happy Lunar New Year. Year of the wood snake. Don't really know what that means. Feels kind of redundant. Wood snake. It's all phallic. Um, but this year I'm kind of like, I don't really have a New Year's resolution. I'm just kind of like, fuck it. That's kind of my New Year's resolution, is like kind of the year of why not, kind of the year of fuck it, which we kind of talked about last week. But it's like, if everything around us is crumbling, might as well just do whatever we want to do. Might as well just live the life we want to live unapologetically. Like, we got to have our fun. We got to do our things. Like, if it's going to continue to go like this, like, even from the last episode I recorded, just the amount of things that have happened is just like, if it's going to be this rate for 4 years, like, we just gotta live. We just gotta live. That's all we can do. That's all we can, like, that's all we can do. We just gotta live our lives unapologetically. And in doing so, like, we never know who we're going to inspire. Like, I try to think of things in terms of rooms or stadiums. Like, 300 people are like, oh, I'm stuck in 300 jail. I'm stuck in 300 jail. Like, post a TikTok, it only gets 300 views. You know how many people is 300 people? That's like an auditorium full of people. And I always like think about that in terms of, I get millions of views on TikTok every single month. And like, I don't say that in like ooh, look at me. Like, not at all. But it's so difficult for my mind to conceptualize that. Like, it's much easier if a video of mine gets 10,000 views. It's so much easier for me to conceptualize that than if it gets 3 million. Obviously, right? I'm saying obvious things here. But like, when I think about it in terms of like theaters or stadiums, like, I've been to Staples Center countless amount of times. And for a Kings game, the capacity is like right on the verge of 18,000. And to think that I have like 52,000 people that follow me on TikTok, the fact that I could like fill Staples Center multiple times, or Crypto.com arena multiple times, like, when I think about it like that, it's crazy. And like, the messages and stuff that I get, like, even if 100 people see your video, even if 20 people see your video, if someone takes something away from that and it's like, wow, I can do this with my life, or you inspired me in this way, you showed me that I could be myself, you made me feel heard. If you can have any impact on anyone whatsoever, like, you really never know who's going to see your shit. And like, someone that I think about often, and this person has no idea that I exist, but like, as you guys know, music is something that I hold very near and dear to my heart. I post so many TikToks about the music that I love, the music that I listen to, but I didn't always do that. I was hesitant, and I was a little bit afraid to post the music that I listen to. I feel like it's very vulnerable, because especially when you're not listening to like the Drakes, the Taylor Swifts, the Beyoncés all the time, it's like, I feel like there's more room for scrutiny, and it's just being vulnerable. And a lot of the music that I listen to is closely associated with LGBTQIA+, and part of me was worried of like, oh, if I show how much I love this music, people are going to think I'm part of that community. And then it was like a whole thing of like, I don't really care. Like, that's not something to be ashamed of, even if it were true. Like, I just don't want people to get misconstrued of my identity, but like, also my identity has nothing to do with other people. Like, that isn't something for them to figure out. And like, I get DMs to this day. I'll post a random video. Someone will be like, oh, I saw your video talking about women's rights. And I literally, this is a DM I got. I scoured your content to figure out your sexuality hey, are you insane? Are you insane? Like, why are we so obsessed with people's sexualities? It's kind of crazy. But anyways, I that was like a whole thing of like, Charlie XCX obviously has a huge following from the LGBTQIA plus community. I love Charlie's music, and it's like I love the community, as you guys know, but like I was afraid of judgment. I was afraid of like not being accepted by the people that are fans of these artists. Like being like, oh, I've been a fan of Charlie XCX for years, and people being like, oh, are you gay? And me being like, no, I'm straight, but like I love Charlie, and the thought of people being like, oh no, you can't like Charlie unless you're gay, that worried me because like I've had conversations with people where like that's the case, and like it was a whole thing of not being comfortable enough in myself to really enjoy the things that I enjoy, at least publicly. And then, as I got more comfortable on TikTok with just like speaking my mind and being more secure in myself of like sharing things about my life, I started to post it, and I was like, okay, it really doesn't matter what groups of people accept me or whatnot, whether it's a fan accepting me or someone accepting me as an ally to the community. Like I know where I stand, so it's not up to them to determine my role, my position. But there's this guy in I want to say he's in New Zealand, might be in Australia, but I can never remember his name. It's like starts with a V, something intern, something like that. But he's got long curly hair and like a mustache. And I've been watching this guy's videos for years at this point. Like one of the first videos I saw of him was like riding like a street cycle, like a bicycle. And he's been posting things like about he does music TikTok. Like he interviewed Kate Renata. Like he's interviewed so many different artists now. But I started watching him years ago, and he would post songs that were on my playlist, like songs that I listened to that I had never seen anyone else talk about on TikTok. I was like, dude, like, wait, people actually like the same music I like? Like, this is crazy. Like to be posting songs that aren't like a trending audio or something like that was something that I'd never done. I was like, I didn't even know you could just unashamedly be a fan of this type of music, which like fucking obviously, like that's something that I've always preached is like, oh, you like what you like who gives a fuck? And that's always been the case, but to do so publicly and be like, hey, this is what I really love, and show thousands of people of like, hey, this is my favorite song off this album. And then you get comments of people being like, no, it's not, you're wrong. And it's like, okay, you're going to tell me what my favorite song is? Crazy. But I've been watching this guy for so long, and he has no idea like how much he's inspired me with posting about music, talking about music, like expressing myself in that manner through different mediums. Like he has no idea the impact that he's had. And that all comes from like, you never know the impact that you may have. Like he has no idea that I exist, but he's helped me so much of like being unashamed in the music that I listen to, the things that I'm a big fan of. Like I go to concerts by myself all the time because I don't know anyone else in my personal life that listens to the same artists that I do. But I'm like, I'm not going to let that hold me back. If I want to go to a concert, I'm going to go. Like I went to Charlie XCX by myself. I went to Caroline Polachek by myself. I've been to Magdalena Bay by myself, like Claro by myself. Like just because I like a certain type of music doesn't mean I'm not going to go to the concert just because it's not popular with amongst the people that I hang out with or whatever. Like I'm just going to do whatever I want. And I say all that to say that this random guy who I've never met before, I've only ever seen his videos like maybe once a week for years at this point, has just kind of helped me of just being like, this is the music I fuck with, and if you don't fuck with it, so be it. But like, if you do, you're welcome. Also, this candle, where is it? Here, come on, come on. I'm looking at my monitor. This candle right here, so amazing. I just bought it the other day, lit it for the first time, went and watched that special, came back in here. I was like, dude, who did this? I did this. That's who did this. It's called Midnight Bloom. Smells so clean, smells so amazing. I think I got it from Home Goods. So I have no idea what brand it is, but it's incredible. But I've been having, at least this past month or so, I've been having an issue with TikTok comments. Like I'm just getting sick of it. Like the way that people talk to other people is crazy. Like I don't want to read comments anymore. Like that DM that I was talking about of someone being like, I watched so many of your videos. I went to your Instagram, blah, 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 to figure out your sexuality. Dude, you're actually insane. Like, you're so insane. And then the fact that you thought it would be cool to say that to me, okay. Um, like the DMs that I get are crazy. The comments I get are crazy. Like, I've tried to not look at them as much just because it feels like it's gone outside of my little ecosystem. Like, I don't know if it's because I've hit a new plateau or a new threshold of followers, or if my videos are just extending beyond my follower base. Because I feel like I've had a community of followers for a while that, the same people comment on my videos, like really cool interactions. People are loving, supportive, like we have a great time joking back and forth in the comments. But I feel like my videos have like reached past that now, and we're at a point where I really can't read the comments because everything I post, because most of my content is just like opinion based, be like, oh, I saw this and I thought this about it, and people just say the craziest things and don't know how to do so in a way that's respectful. Um, Whether it's commenting on like your opinions or your appearance. Like I got a comment today from someone that was like, "Oh, honey, it's time to shave the beard." Who do you think you are? Like that's crazy. That's such a crazy thing to comment on someone's post. Like, and I've always been like, "Oh, how do celebrities just let this get to them?" Like, "Oh, you're a celebrity, just don't read the comments. Don't read the comments." That's how you kind of get internet fame in a sense of like people talking about you, people commenting on your things. That's how you get boosted in the algorithm. Like I'm not at a place yet where I can just turn off my comments because I need comments for the algorithm to boost my content. And so like I'm at a weird place with it where it's like I gotta learn how to ignore them. I don't know what to do. Um, but people are just saying the craziest things, and like I see how celebrities could get down. Like I've always felt disconnected from celebrities in the sense where it's like, oh, why do you care what other people think? Why do you care what other people think? Because I've never cared what people think. Because I haven't always cared what people think. And now it's like when you hear so much of it all the time, like it's one thing just to be like talking to a random person and they say something and you can just brush it off, be like, oh, like that guy's an idiot or whatever, you know? But to get like hundreds and hundreds of comments, thousands of comments a month, and just like being inundated with like people's opinions about what you're saying, or people's opinions about your appearance, or people's opinions about your sexuality, people's whatever, whether it's a DM or a comment, it's so great. Like it was a really surreal feeling. It's really surreal. So I'm trying to figure out how to navigate that, kind of detach from it. Like I'm just gonna like post, and so if I don't reply to comments, like these videos obviously are going to be a lot smaller on YouTube, so I will reply and like and everything. Like I love that interaction. Um, it's just getting to a point where like I really can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Which like I don't mean to sound like a diva. I don't mean to sound like a whatever. But I don't know. The last week or two especially has kind of just taken it out of me in that regard. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just like people take things so seriously. Like why my content is not that serious. I'm usually joking about stuff. And if I am speaking about something serious, like I'm very careful with what I say and deliberate with what I say, intentional with what I say. Um, and people still find ways to get super upset about it. Um, like even like the whole, oh, this is my favorite song. People just like, no, it's not. You're fucking dumb. Blah, blah. And it's like, dude, relax. Like just everybody relax, relax. Like the way that people see the world is crazy. Like, and that's another thing that goes into dating. And I don't want to talk about dating every episode. I feel like I talk about dating often, but like that's something that I take into account when it comes to dating as well. Like, I guess not even dating, but my perception of people, whether it's friends or people that I come across, like my opinion of someone or like the level of which I'm attracted to them depends so much on how they see the world or how they interact with the world. Like, I don't care how hot you are. I really don't care how hot you are. Like, if you're a shitty person or if you see the world in a shitty way or if you're shitty to others or treat people with disrespect, like I've said this before, the way you treat anything is the way you treat everything. Like that goes for like the classic cliche of like, oh, how you treat the waiter at a restaurant is how you treat both. Like I believe that so wholeheartedly. And it extends, like I posted a video about this the other day of how I think it's weird of people seeing like robots that look like humans or statues and their first instinct is to hit them. Like I think it's really weird behavior just to hit anything in general, but like to see something that looks or behaves like a human and to hit it or throw something at it, or in the case of statues, the ones that look like women, to grope them, like touch them on genitalia, like it's fucking bizarre. And I posted a video about that, and someone commented like, I agree, but like even with bugs or something, like how someone treats bugs or small animals, like I believe that as well. And like someone was like, what are you talking about? Like crazy Karen lady, like what the fuck? And I was like, oh my God, relax. Like you're obviously the ugly one here. Like your demeanor and the way you see the world is, anyways. But like it's so true. Like the way you treat like a bee with a broken wing, I think is the way that you're gonna treat your mother, or like the way you treat the waiters, the way you're gonna treat your girlfriend. Like the way you treat anything is the way you treat everything. And like I don't I think that so many people get excuses made for them because of their appearance. Like that's kind of like the whole pretty privileged thing. But like I don't really give a fuck how hot you are. Like there might have been a point in my life where I'm like, oh, she sucks, but she's hot, so like doesn't really matter. Like I'll take it or whatever, you know. But like I, I'm past that. Like I really don't care how hot you are. I don't care what you've accomplished in life. I don't care what your position is at your company. I don't care how many followers you have. Like if you're a shitty person, like you're not attractive. You're not like you may be physically attractive, but like your soul, like you're unattractive to me. I can't do it. I can't be around those people, whether it's romantic or friendship or even just like acquaintances. Like I don't want to hang out with those type of people. It's just draining. Like people that are drains. Like I want to be a fountain. Like when I get around people, I want people to be like, every time I'm around Spencer, it like makes my day better. It makes me realize like how much good there is in the world. I want to be like a fountain, a beacon of light. I don't want to be a drain. I don't want to be sucking. Hey yo, pause. But you know what I mean? Like I just can't stand those people. Um, and a lot of people in the comments of that video were talking about Kai Cenat with the robot that he had. Um, him and a couple of his friends, like the streamer friends. I don't really watch the streams. I just see clips of them. But they had a robot and they were like pushing this robot around and people were like, oh, he was bullying this robot and it made me so sad. And like that's kind of what sent me down that thought path of hitting robots or statues or whatever it is. And And I was like, yeah, like this is odd behavior. However, I also saw Kai Cenat at the Grammys, and I why is he there? First of all, why is he there? Like worlds colliding, like influencers being at these events is funny enough as it is, but like the behind the scenes video of just like Kai navigating through the crowd and talking to people and people not knowing who he is and him not knowing who other people are. And then he goes and does the glam bot. We all know the glam bot, the guy with the long curly hair and the slow motion, like, and like there's some great glam bot videos that have come out over the years. But then they do a Kai Cenat glam bot. Dude, holy fuck, this is brain rot. Hey, did you guys see the Kai Cenat glam bot? Did you guys see the Kai Cenat glam bot over the Grammys? Wasn't that so Sigma? Did you watch the Kai Cenat Sigma glam bot? Yeah, I'm gonna make us sit with that one. I'm gonna make us sit with that one for a second. But his glam bot, he does like a cartwheel flip type of thing and just like falls on his ass, just like being the clown that he is. And I saw so many people being like, why is he there? Like, he's ruining the Grammys. Like, this is why influencers shouldn't be there. Like, he doesn't belong there, this and that. And then I saw the glam bot footage. He kind of ate that. Like, that was kind of crazy. Like, why was it kind of good? Like, he did his little flippy thing and he falls on his ass. But like the way that the glam bot like angles down at him and he's like sitting on the carpet, kind of cinematic, kind of sick. Like I'm kind of obsessed with the Kai Cenat glam bot now. Like that's one of my main takeaways from the Grammys. And we can talk about the Grammys. I'm not going to talk about the Grammys because I posted a video about how Cowboy Carter probably was the album of the year. Like I don't hate that decision whatsoever. And dozens of people just fighting each other in my comments. And I'm like, how do I post something that people aren't going to fight about? But it's literally impossible nowadays. But the Kai Cenat glam bot is something that I can take away and be like, that at least was fucking funny. And then Charlie XCX's performance was awesome, of course. Like her just bringing so many people up on stage and like out for her performance was so cool. Whether it's like influencers or models or trans icons or gay icons, like it was so cool. And then them donating the underwear that's falling from the sky to survivors of abuse, like so cool. Like she's so cool. I love her. Like I really do love her. I did think it was odd a little bit though. I will say this, not about the Grammys, but the vinyls for the remix album came out recently and they're clear and have white powder in them. Like cocaine, like bumping that, like the whole thing, which is kind of like her like club girl persona. And that just feels a little weird to me personally. Like I love Charlie. I love the music. I love everything about it. But the kind of like promotion, glorification-ish of drugs, kind of weird. Like I know people that have died because of it, just accidental like type of thing. So just, I don't know. It felt kind of weird. It felt kind of weird of like a glorification of hard drugs like that. But I see the artistic approach to it. So be it. Seems like it at least did its purpose of creating discourse around it, because I've seen a lot of posts about it. But yeah, I thought the Grammys were cool. I saw someone say the Grammys were a little too good this year. Kind of like one last pup cup before you get put down. One last pup cup before you get taken to the vet to get euthanized. And I've seen a couple people say similar things of like, they fed us this Grammys of like, oh, something you've been asking for forever. Okay, now that the world's about to end, here you go. Here's your little taste of a good Grammys. Oh yeah, look, Beyonce gets album of the year. Oh, look, Chapel Rome performs. Oh, look, Sabrina Carpenter gets pop album. Oh, look, Charlie XCX performs. Oh, look, Benson Boone's grabbing his junk. Hey, Benson Boone. First of all, made up name. That's got to be AI generated. Someone went into ChatGPT and said, um, I want a, what is he, a alternative star? Alternative rock? Hey, create me the Gen Z Imagine Dragons mixed with Harry Styles and Greta Van Fleet. Popped out. Popped out this little character of a guy. And they said, hey, I need a name. Benson Boone. Cool. Created him. The videos are so funny. Like I I'm not a hater. I'm just observing and reporting. I watched the performance. I think he has a great voice. Boy's got pipes on him. I'm talking about his lungs. Okay, I know his dong was very much on display. I'm not talking about his dong, but that was peculiar that he grabbed it in that fashion at the end of his performance. Um, but that's the only song I've heard by him. I'm sure he has other great songs. I've seen people dragging him on the internet about him being Gen Z Imagine Dragons. I saw someone say that Benson Boone is if Greta Van Fleet wanted to be Imagine Dragons rather than Led Zeppelin. I think that's all quite funny. Um, but I also think he's incredibly talented. And maybe I'll listen to more of him. Maybe I won't. We'll see. But I hope he has more hits coming because they were just like, hey, yeah, do that song that you do. I saw someone say that Benson Boone makes music for 50-year-old white women to post TikToks of them giving their dogs a bath to. That might be the first original sentence I've heard in a long time. How do you think of that? And I mean, it's extremely accurate. So like I guess how you think of it is you observe, but just to like have that in your mental repertoire of like that reference, people are so fucking brilliant. People are so brilliant and so funny. I like I don't want to bash the guy, but like these all these comments I'm seeing are too funny not to talk about them. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's all I had to say. Um, if you like this one, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment. I'd be happy to read your comments, reply, subscribe. We're trying to grow the YouTube. I have so many plans of what I want to do and how this will grow, and talk shows and podcasts and having guests on and all of these things. But we can't put the carriage before the horse. We gotta take it one step at a time. So if you're enjoying this, if you have feedback, if you just want to say hi, just say hi. Anything is appreciated, any support. If you made it this far, yet again, you're crazy. The amount of people that made it all the way through the last one, actually insane. The comments that I was getting, the texts that I was getting. I love you all so much. If you're watching this, um, you're one of the ones that are on the inside of the real like diehard supporters, which is crazy. That you stick around and watch my TikToks, you watch my YouTube, you watch my Instagram. Um, Crazy to think that people even want to hear me talk, but I love you so much. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you stay safe. Thank you for letting me be in your ears. If you're watching, I just waved. If you're listening, I just waved. Um, I don't know what I can do for the people that are just watching. So I got this gimbal. Um, I just bought it. Hold on, I gotta move my laptop. But watch this. Hold on. So now my phone's on this thing, but look what I can do. I'm not gonna point you that way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, easy now. Look, I can rotate it. Wait, hold on. Watch this. Ready? What the fuck? Oh, whoa! I didn't even know I could do this. I could have been recording like this the whole time. No, it's actually way too close to my face. So glad I wasn't doing that. We're gonna go back to this way. But isn't that cool? So that was for the people that are just watching. Hold on. Can I do this? Okay, I'm actually way too close to the camera now. But yeah, that was just a little thing for the people that are just watching. If you're not watching, thanks for letting me be in your ears. Thanks for letting me be a part of your day. I love you so much. I don't know how many more times I can say I love you until you believe me. Okay, bye. I love you.